Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Joe's Wildside Adventures. Today I'm down here on the New River in Meadow Creek, West Virginia with Pro River Outfitters at Glade Springs and my guide and host for the day, Mr. Bobby Bauer. How are you, Bobby?
Real good, Joe. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
And I got our guide, expert guide, Pete Tackett. How you doing, Pete?
Doing great, Joe.
Yeah, we're going to be floating the river today for about 10 miles, and we're going to be fishing for some smallies, I guess?
10 to 12 miles, fishing for some smallmouth bass, occasional walleye, and maybe even a muskie. Today we're probably fishing with 6 to 8 pound fly rods, 6 to 8 weight, and just kind of playing around with it, see what's working so far. See what's working.
Looks good. Well, stay tuned, everybody, when we come back. Joe's Wildside Adventures from the New River in West Virginia. Okay, before we get started here, Pete tied up some flies, and what do you call these, Pete?
This is a variation of the CK bait fish, tied by Chuck Kraft originally. What I've done is just use some brown micro felt opposing to the white, and mark the black tail. This is kind of the smallmouth formula, and it's this particular year not as much forage is available as usual, so they're getting a little carnivorous, I feel. So this guy's been a real producer for me the last couple of weeks.
Okay, well, we got one tied on. I got mine a little bit wet, but this is what a dry one looks like. And Bobby, you guys, I guess you work together quite a bit?
Yeah, we do. Pete's pretty much #1 fly fishing guide. He does a lot of trips for me. We have a handful of people that work for me from time to time. He's full-time. He's available every day, and he ties a lot of the flies that I purchase off of him through the wintertime and keep them going. What is it, $5 first fish?
Oh, that's what I thought you said earlier.
That's only if I catch it. That's only if I catch it.
Yeah, you got to land it.
Right.
Land it. We were filming a show out in Utah last week, and it was a fun day because I got to be very good friends with the guy who owns the guide business. So we had one of his guides were actually from Pittsburgh, so there were 4 of us. And what was going on was I was filming the show, had a camera guy in the other boat, and the other guide in the other boat. So the guides, all 3 of them, just kept alternating who was fishing. And we had a $1 bet for the first landed fish. It took 2.5 hours after about 8 misses between all of us. I finally landed the first fish, and the bet was up to $6 by then.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah. Right there, he got hooked up.
There we go. That's a smallmouth bass. Very small, but it's a smallmouth. There we go. That's not a bad fish. And
That's my fish.
That's what we're after anyway, boys. Smallmouth. Real pretty smallmouth bass. Just a little one. A lot of fun in the current.
Now, is that an average fish, the one you caught?
That's very average. 12-inch smallmouth, I'd say is your #1 just fun fish to catch. We catch a lot in the 8 to 10-inch range, and then you have kind of the 12 to 14-inch range. And once you get above 14 inches, you got something. When you have a 14-inch smallmouth on,
oh yeah,
on a fly rod, or any rod, period, it's just a fun fight.
Look, I got another one chasing it. Little
That's a hot
just to
looking
dry it
fly.
out a little bit.
I had one Schwarp on it there.
Ah! Woo! Almost jumped in the boat. Yes, sir.
Well, it's a little better.
Not that little.
Well, not that little.
That's not
nice.
a little fish at all.
Nah, that's a little one. Got him gill hooked a little bit.
Got there another little smallie.
Another little
That's a little nicer than
smallmouth
the other
bass. New River style. About the same, might have been the same fish
about-
actually. Yeah, it's just definitely a relative. There you go.
All right.
Looks like a smallmouth bass
Yes,
to me. Not quite as big as mine. All right.
Yeah, break the ice.
That's what we're after.
Little tiny guy, but he'll break the ice for me.
Yes, sir.
Hooked up. All right. Atta boy.
Yeah, there we go.
Sooner or later, you're gonna pull something out of here.
Yeah, a little better. They like to be under the boat when they're big.
There he is. Oh, that's a good fish. That's
And-
what you're looking for.
All right.
That's a typical fish here.
That's a nice fish. That's where they start to get, you know, a little over 12, 13.
Uh-huh.
That one's got some shoulders on it, so to speak. So
Uh-huh.
once you get over that 13, 14 inch mark, you got a fish on, no matter what, especially when you're fly fishing.
Yeah, no, that's what we're looking for. Hey, stay tuned, everybody. When we come back, more Joe's Wildside Adventures on the New River.
Joe's Wildside Adventures is sponsored by the Yellow Creek Trout Club, Nemacolin Woodlands Resort, South Hills Chrysler Jeep Kia, the Athabasca Lodge, Duke's Rib House and Grill, Swarovski Optic, Hodgdon IMR Legendary Powders, Temple Fork Outfitters, Jim Teeny Inc., Haber Vision Polarized Optics, Mortland Physical Therapy, and Hadel's Hatches.
There we go.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
That's a dead fish here.
That's a good one there.
That's a netter. Get this thing turned around a little bit, Pete.
Yes, you flashed at it a couple
All
times.
right.
That's a much better fish, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's a much better fish. That's what we're after here, boys.
Oh yeah. Oh.
All
right. Uh-huh.
I think that was, yeah.
That could be.
Came out.
Yeah.
Look
Good
at
thing I
that.
had some.
Mine was
yeah.
bigger than that by a third
Yeah.
of a 13th of 30 seconds of an inch.
Yeah, I think yours was a little bigger, but that's what we're looking for.
We like that.
You know
like
what?
it.
I
That's
saw
pretty
him
fish.
flash after that bait 2 or 3 times before he took it.
Awesome.
I just kept coming at him. All
It's
right.
got pretty colors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get him back.
Little one.
It's all right.
You, Pete. I don't. Yeah.
Little
Nice.
aggressive little guy, huh? Ain't that big fly.
Cool.
There we go. Hooked up right away as soon as it hit the water.
Hey, JoJo.
Yes, sir. That hit the water. He was all over it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a
baby.
good fish. That's a good fish.
It's a decent fish. Yep, another.
Oh, yeah, he's got no intentions of coming in.
Not quite yet.
No, that's a good fish. Oh, yeah. See if I can get him around this side of the boat. Ready, Pete? I get his nose up out of the water. Here we go.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right. Beautiful.
Uh-huh. He's a little fat.
Yep.
All right.
Probably full of crayfish.
Pretty.
Fell out.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get this guy back in the water. I mean, this thing hit, as soon as that fly hit the water, he was all over it,
Awesome.
man. Great. All right. All right, we've been floating a few hours, having a great time so far. We're gonna stop, have a little buffet here, shore lunch. But you know, Bobby's not only the fishing guide and runs all of the float trips down here. You're also the activities director at Glade Springs.
Yeah, at the resort we have 3 world-class golf courses that we'll set tee times up. We have also do a lot of whitewater rafting, rock climbing, mountain biking. There's a little bit of everything from airplane rides over the New River Gorge to caving or underground mine tours. So we can do a little bit of everything for the group and set it up there in-house. One call kind of does it all.
Yeah, and what we noticed too yesterday hanging around the hotel a little bit, there's a lot of kids, a lot of families, very family-oriented place,
Very,
right?
very much. I have a kids camp as well. So while the folks are out golfing, the kids can have fun with a golf pro or equestrian center manager and have golf and tennis lessons, a different activity daily. So it's really neat. Fun place for the kids. Bonfires every night through the summertime. So keep you busy.
Yeah, and
it's
it's you were telling me the place is what, 4,000 acres?
4,000, close to 4,000 acres of property at Glade Springs, and the resort, is kind of nestled, is spread out among those. There's about 3.5 miles of Glade Creek, which is a beautiful trout fishing stream, and we get out there a good bit in the spring, and it was hard keeping Pete off of there yesterday.
Pete, how long have you been down here at Glade Springs?
Well, I've been working with Bobby. This is my 5th season now, I think.
5 years.
5 years, yeah.
Great.
And just loving every minute of it. Wouldn't trade it for anything.
That's awesome. And for those of you who like fine dining, there's all kind of things to do as far as eating goes. You got the bunkers, and tonight we're going to hit the
grill.
The grill.
The grill.
Gourmet restaurants. There's about something for everybody here. Another thing that's interesting too, a lot of guys like to fish and golf, and when you bring your wives or significant other down here, there's some other things for the ladies too, right?
Absolutely, Joe. We have indoor and outdoor pools. You'll find a lot of book reading going on there today. And the spa at Glade Springs has a full service spa from body wraps, facials, manicures. They can spend the whole day then run that credit card bill.
I can guarantee you when we get back today that I'm going to look at my hotel room bill, and
Yeah.
there's probably going to be some
But their nails are going to be beautiful. Ours will be a little scrunchy, so
Yeah.
maybe we'll go to the spa tomorrow and check it out ourselves.
All right, great. All right, let's get to lunch.
All right.
Pretty nice fish. Pretty fish. All right.
And he wants to get in that current too. Boy, these are some strong fish. Built for speed, built for power. That's good fish.
Nice fish.
$1 for the next fish.
I got your dollar. That just gave me a little needed motivation.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. There we go.
Alrighty.
There's $1. There's $1.
You gotta mention money to Bob, otherwise, man, he ain't get.
I'm all about money and aerobatics. Yeah, look at that fish jump. And we like to show them off a little bit. That's a little better. It doesn't have a green back, I mean a bronze back, but it has a green back. I'll wear it down just a little
There you
bit
go.
more.
Woo! I'll tell you what, these fish have all been about the same size, 14, 15 inches, pound and a half, 2 pounds, but fight like the demon,
A
don't they?
lot of fun to catch. Just a,
Especially on a fly rod.
oh, it's a hoot. It's a beautiful, beautiful fish. Yeah, right on, fish on.
All right.
JoJo!
We had a little drought there.
I like to see a rod bent over.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
All
think
right.
I think the key was we got Carla in the boat.
Yeah,
over here,
I
bro.
told you we needed. And she is just a lot prettier than those guys. All right, get a little current. Try to fish these top couple eddies right here in case you can drag one out. All right, saw a couple rocks coming up. Nice fish.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's pretty. I like them dark ones. So they're out feeding in the current a little bit right now. Okay.
Pretty good fish. Broke that little.
we're gonna fish around these bridge piers. There's just slow us down.
Go behind it, like
Just right behind it.
strip towards me.
Yep, just right back. Just fish the eddy walls. Put it right up on the downstream side of it. And
Okay.
we've got 2 more to fish, so.
All right. Good one here.
Good fish on, good fish on.
fish.
I think you got my fish, Joe. I'm glad you did.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Oh my gosh, that's a nice fish.
Hey, let's get him
Bring
out
it
in
around
front
to
of the boat
side
here.
if you don't mind. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah.
What a way to close up our day. Huh?
Yeah, baby.
We've been banging
That's
these
a
things.
$12 fish right there,
That's
Joe.
a 12. If I got to get him in the net first.
I better start bragging.
Oh, come on, get your nose up out of that water. Oh, I'm out of line, so I got to be careful. Watch it don't end up in the drink. Come on now, there we go. All right.
All right.
That's a fat one there.
Yeah, just as rain start. That thing has been eating hard.
Look how fat he is.
It hit me hard too, and I jerked it, and not 3 seconds later.
Man,
there you go.
beautiful fish, man. Well, I'll tell you what, Bobby, thank you so much for a great day.
Absolutely
Carla,
awesome.
thank you so much
welcome.
for guiding us. We've been down here. We're going to give you all the information for Pro River Outfitters at Glade Springs Resort all day long, catching these beautiful smallmouth bass. And I just can't thank you guys enough. It's been a wonderful day.
Thanks for coming.
I really
Thanks for
enjoyed it.
coming.
We're going to get this fish back in. And that's going to do it for this week's show, folks. I want to thank you for watching Joe's Wildside Adventures. I want to thank all the folks at Glade Springs Resort for putting us up, taking good care of us in these wonderful rafters. I want to thank Pete, our other guide who's driving the camera boat. So make sure you stay tuned for Cooking on the Wild Side coming up next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cooking on the Wild Side. Today I'm down here at the Glade Springs Resort, and I'm here with Chef Mike Dethorn. How you doing, Mike?
Doing great. Good to have you here, Joe.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. What a beautiful facility. We had a great time on the river today fishing, which I'm sure you saw a lot of that. But today we're going to prepare one of Mike's favorite dishes, and it's going to be a...
We have a chili and honey glazed salmon today. We're going to finish that off with a summer grilled vegetable hash. A nice summer dish. Wanted to bring out some good flavors and incorporate some seafood in there. I think we'll have a great dinner that people can try at home anytime they like.
Let's have at it. But usually before I get started, I don't know if you know this or not, Mike, but I cannot do any kind of cooking unless I have a glass of wine.
Sounds great.
We're going to...
We've got a Letitia Chardonnay here from California.
Okay.
You know what you think, Joe?
I think that looks perfect.
Well, the salmon that we have today, marinated, a little bit of olive oil, rice wine vinegar, and a touch of soy. Just a little bit of cilantro. Not necessary for a grilled salmon. Certainly could just be coated in olive oil. I'd like to get those extra flavors in there. We're basically going to pan-sear it. I prefer to do a nice grilling method on it. Pan-seared works really well also. Once we have that cooked, we're going to finish it off with a wonderful chili honey glaze. Chili honey glaze has honey, orange juice, chili, and a little bit of cumin in there. We cook that down for 2 or 3 minutes. We're going to glaze it right at the end, and we're going to finish it off with some wonderful summer vegetable hash.
Is this something we're going to be able to put on the website?
Absolutely, absolutely.
great.
We can get a recipe together for you. One thing about summer I think is great is to be outdoors. Certainly, whether it's fishing, hunting, enjoying the golf, it's always great to be outdoors. So I like to fire up the grill. I like to make everything nice and easy where we can do it right there, and just have some family and friends over and have a great glass of wine. And
All right, great.
Go
okay,
ahead.
we're going to let Mike do his thing here.
while that salmon's cooking up, over here I have a plate of the vegetables. I like to use a lot of squash, yellow zucchini, green zucchini, eggplant. I have also some plum tomatoes, garlic. I oil those up, a little bit of salt and pepper. I like to throw them on the grill, get a nice charred color to them. Once they cool down and I have an opportunity to work with them, I'll just take a nice little medium-sized dice, smaller dice, mix those all together. A little olive oil, hit it with a little lime juice. Again, touch it up with salt and pepper, any other seasonings you like. And it makes just a really nice kind of a Appalachian-style chutney, if you will.
Right, and you can have this either room temperature or you can heat it up too.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I like to serve
Yeah,
it
very
warm.
nice.
It's a really nice dish. The salmon will take 3 to 4 minutes each side. On the grill, I like to use a medium-high heat. Again, a little olive oil on there so that it keeps it from sticking to the grill, unless you have a fish pan that you like to set on top. But again, 3-4 minutes each side. At the very end, we're going to glaze it. What we want to be careful of with our glaze, being that there's a lot of honey, orange juice, a lot of sugar content in there, we want to put that on right at the end. We don't want to leave it on the grill or in the pan too long so that it doesn't caramelize and burn. Right. But that's a really nice touch, good zip for summertime.
Excellent. Smells delicious. That's one thing bad about doing the show. You get all these aromas working and you just can't smell how good it is, and it really smells wonderful. And you know, here again, as in most of my shows, most of my recipes, you can experiment with different types of fish on this.
Absolutely.
Probably would work with trout or some wild salmon from Alaska, or
certainly
you
would.
know, any type of dense fish, or even a light fish with this honey glaze.
Just another minute or two to go on the salmon. Typically what I do is just make a nice little bed of the summer vegetables. Let me go ahead and lay that salmon right on top.
Wow, nice.
A little bit of that chili honey glaze.
Perfect. Okay. Well, that looks absolutely wonderful, and we're going to give you all the information on the Glade Springs Resort, how you can come down here and have a wonderful dinner with Mike here at the Grill Restaurant. So that's going to do it for today's show, folks. I want to thank you for watching Cooking on the Wild Side, and Mike, thank you again
Thanks,
for having
Joe.
me in your kitchen. It's been a pleasure.
Great to have you here.
Mike and I are going to enjoy some of this salmon, shall we? Go ahead. Oh, wow.
Good dish.
Really nice. Wow, that was fantastic. I can't wait to eat the rest of this once we get off the air. But that's going to do it for today's show, folks. I want to thank you for watching Cooking on the Wild Side. And Mike, thank you again for having me in your kitchen. It's been
Thanks,
great.
Joe. Have a
Been
great time while you're here.
We're going to get all the information of Glade Springs Resort. You got to come down here and have dinner with Mike at the Grill Restaurant. So that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bon appetit.